toxic masculinity.
Biden says he can't talk to reporters or he will be in trouble.
Yeah, I asked Valeria if she'd seen this before the show, and she'd seen it, which I was actually surprised by because I didn't realize that you paid attention to the news as much as I did. But I guess, what were you doing today? You had to go do some errands.
I had too many stuff to do today.
So apparently she was sitting around watching the news, and she caught it. But this is really fascinating because we've been talking about for a while now, both on our show as well as other conservative show people have talked about this. Joe Biden doesn't really run his political party. He doesn't really run the White House. He doesn't really make the rules as president. He is a puppet for other people who control him. Okay, We've been talking about this on the show for a long time. But occasionally he expresses, obviously the White House, obviously Biden is going to say this is not true. No, Biden's his own man. Biden makes his own decisions. Biden's awesome, blah, 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 blah. But occasionally Biden lets slip a little bit of a hint behind the curtain, right? And today he did just that. He cuts off press questions saying, I'm really going to be in trouble if I keep answering questions. So apparently he's not allowed to, okay? Apparently, he's not allowed to answer questions from the press.
I think it's one of those moments when first he said, you remember when he said, I need to get off this Zoom call because my wife needs the computer or something in conference room?
Gosh, yeah, you remember that when he was campaigning?
Yes, I mean, it's kind of like reminds me of the same thing. Like,
he said stuff like this many times, and of course he doesn't take questions from the press very often, and he's been criticized for that quite a lot. Like, Donald Trump basically stopped next to the press corps literally like every time he left the White House, or every time he got back off the helicopter, he'd be like, all right, who wants questions? You. You're fake news. I'll take your question anyway. What do you got? I mean, Trump was awesome. Trump would tweet out his ideas, everything that he was thinking about. We knew exactly what Trump was thinking about every single day of the presidency. You had sort of unprecedented transparency in the Trump administration, and you have unprecedented opacity in the Biden administration. The Biden administration is completely like shut off from the rest of the world. You do not know what's going on in the Biden administration because it's a very sort of controlled information stream through Jen Psaki. You really don't hear anything directly from Biden. Number one, I don't think he even knows what's going on. And two, he's just given these prepared statements all the time, and that's it. And he's not really allowed to answer questions. And that's made clear by what he says here. Let's listen to this.
President Harris
India needs AstraZeneca. Will you make it faster for them to get the vaccines we will get soon? India, they're suffering at this moment.
What do you say to the folks in
Will
India?
you make
Look,
it?
I'm sorry, this is the last question I'll take, and I'm really going to be in trouble. With regard to India, I spoke at length.
Yeah, so he says this is the last question I'm going to take because I'm really going to get in trouble. And look, I could read articles about this and get other people's perspectives, but at the end of the day, it all boils down to this: who is Biden going to get in trouble with?
I told you, his wife. They're probably late for dinner or something.
No, I don't think that it is his wife. I think it is some kind of politically powerful people that work with Joe Biden and basically tell him what he's allowed to do and what he's not allowed to do.
It's a kind of tricky thing because he may be trying to be like funny, but at the same time, it doesn't sound right for president to say, I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on. I think he is absolutely trying to be funny.
Bad idea.
But the thing is, he's the president of the United States of America. Like, it's only funny if we're let in on to the joke of who is supposedly in control of him. If he is talking about his wife, then it's a funny, amusing joke, and it's fine. But the thing is, I don't think that's what he was thinking when he said it. I think he was thinking of the people who work with him that basically like tell him what he's allowed to say and what he isn't allowed to say.
I think next time he should say, it's the last question I'm going to take. It's the last... No. It's the first and last unscripted question that I have to take, or I'm gonna get in trouble or something like this, because all of the questions like scripted.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's like a question that.
Yeah, it's basically like everything he says is scripted, and every question that he gets from the press is, I think that they have already looked at these questions and they have authorized them or not. Right? Biden picks certain people. We saw in his first press conference as president that he had a list of reporters and he had them numbered which ones he was supposed to ask in which order. And he knew what was going to be asked and he knew how to respond. In fact, he read some of his responses. He's the president. Can't you just like think of your response and like express your ideas? I do it every day on the show. Yes, I mess up a lot. I can't think of statistics. I can't think of names sometimes. Sometimes I get them spot on. Sometimes I get things a little bit off. But at the end of the day, I'm expressing to you my views as I think of them in real time. And I'm not the president of the United States. I'm just some random dude in his house with his wife, with a camera and a microphone and a cat, who's sleeping nicely, by the way. And this is so unscripted. See, I think that Joe Biden should do what we do one day and just get into a fight with his wife on live television.
No, the fight will be off the television.
What?
The fight will be after live.
Oh, our fight? Oh, no, we had a fight in front of everyone.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Well, I'm sure I'll yell at you when we're done with this show. What are you doing disagreeing with me? But
I thought that's the point of having like a dialogue and conversation and expressing my own opinion. If I have to agree with you on every subject, just tell me that.
No, absolutely. I actually think that it's really good that you disagree with me a little bit on certain things, and we can discuss that on the show. Just not when you're super wrong about something. She's gonna kill me after the show, guys. Help! All right. Yeah. Joe Biden is not in control of the White House. And look, I've been trying to figure out who is for like a month now, or more than that. I've been doing research consistently on it. I've been, I don't do it every single day, all day, or anything like that. But occasionally I'll go look into it and I'll try to figure it out. I'm trying to write a story on this, but it's so hard to dissect everybody who works at the White House and try to come up with a conclusive answer as to who actually is controlling Joe Biden. Because I think that it's a sort of cabal of interests. I think that there are several people who basically control Joe Biden. A lot of people think that it all kind of flows to Barack Obama. I don't know if that's true or not. You can say in the comments whether you agree with that. This is actually a good question for you guys for the comment section. At the end of the show, why don't you let us know? And you don't have to put money in for the super chat. Just write at toxic masculinity. I think there's an underscore there, right? Something like that. And it should pop up in orange. You can see what other people are doing, and let us know who you think is in control of the White House. A lot of people think it's Barack Obama. I'm not 100% sure that's true. I'm not sure that's true. I think there's a variety of people. Obama might be part of that group. I don't know. But there are people controlling the country from behind the scenes, and it's clearly not Biden. And I think he slipped up there making that joke. I think there's a little bit more of just a kernel of truth in that joke than what people might suspect.
Now he's really going to get in trouble.
Why?
For saying that.
Me?
Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. I'll be in trouble if I say something. Yeah, he's gonna get off the mic and people are gonna be like, "Why the hell did you say that?" Yeah, exactly. Which is what I'm gonna say to you when we turn the camera off. Okay, all right. She's gonna kill me, guys. All right, darling, could you please read the next story?
New census data may give Republicans the House.
Okay, this is an interesting story. It's something I hadn't heard about. I mean, it just came out yesterday, I guess. But so we've got the census data back, and I actually thought that it was going to show like Democrats gaining, because Democrats are like, oh, there's so many immigrants that are coming into like various places that that we're going to get more representation. But the problem, I think, now, so here's the thing. Toxic Masculinity, weekdays 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.